Sarah and I'm going to be sharing with you my bookshelf tour. I'm going to give you an up close and personal look at some of my favorite books from each shelf. Starting off with Shopaholic Takes Manhattan by Sophie Kinsella. It's the second installment in the Shopaholic series. I have the first 4. I actually started reading the series with the second book without realizing that there was a first one. I think I probably took it out from the library. I love the lavender color to this one. Purple's my favorite color, and the picture in there, it's just so cool. I liked the movie as well. Moving on to one of my favorite authors, more probably when I was a tween/teen, is a book by Meg Cabot called Ready or Not from the An All-American Girl series. I think this is the second one in the series. I have the first one in softback and it's a bit shorter, so it's on a different shelf. And of course I love the Princess Diaries series, and that's how I got introduced to Meg Cabot. I love the fireworks on this, and it's so shiny. I have a book review of this book. It's Sarafina by Rachel Hartman. Again, another pretty purple shiny book, and of course I love it and got drawn to it because it's got my name in there at the beginning, S-E-R-A, Sera. This is an awesome book, and you can check out that video linked below later if you want to know more about it. Definitely a good read if you're looking for more than the average fluff. This next book is just plain old gorgeous, and yes, I did get it for looks, but it happens to be a really good book, I've heard, and embarrassingly enough, I have not read The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I mean, can we just take a moment to look at this? Look how pretty it is. Of course, I have to quickly mention the Hunger Games series. I did come into the game of reading this a little late. I read all of them a couple years ago, and I love the series. It is absolutely amazing, and have watched all the movies too. I think I read all of the books except for the last one after watching the movie, and I didn't feel like gypped or it ruined it for me because there's just a lot more in the books and some differences. So if you've already watched the movies, I would highly recommend reading the books. Next up, we've got some more dystopian books, Divergent and 4 by Veronica Roth. I only got these 2 books because they were my absolute favorites from the series. I wasn't so much a fan of the rest of them, and I didn't feel like owning them if I didn't really love them. I watched all the movies. I enjoyed the first Divergent movie the most. I couldn't move on to the next shelf without quickly mentioning Harry Potter. I have all 7 books in hardcover. This one is in a set that I got years ago, and then the rest of them I think I got when they first came out. And of course, all of the movies are absolutely amazing. This next set is going to definitely test my arm strength. It's a Puffin Classics Deluxe Collection. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I have yet to read any of these. Here we go. Ugh. Why does the camera keep cutting out when I talk about and list all of these books? It's in rainbow order and has Peter Pan, Black Beauty, The Call of the Wild, The Wind in the Willows, The Adventures of Robin Hood, The Secret Garden, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and Anne of Green Gables. Ugh, I finished it. Ha ha ha, camera. I think I do have a couple Let's put the books down and then talk about it. I don't feel like exercising. I do think I have a couple duplicates of this. I know for sure I have Anne of Green Gables. I have a really pretty edition of that, which I'll show you. Like, just take a look at this Peter Pan book. Oh wow, these are really light on their own. I could do this. Oh yeah. Next, I want to share with you one of my favorite books from my childhood, probably elementary school. Oh, I don't know what grade, maybe like 3 or 4. It's The Castle in the Attic by Elizabeth Winthrop. Lastly, from this shelf, I have one of my absolute favorite books that would be a classic, I guess. It's The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I picked out the prettiest edition in my opinion. I know a lot of people in high school when we read it in like maybe grade 11 didn't like the book at all, and I was like, what? I love this book. I'm like reading it so much I'm giving myself a rash. I don't have a lot of books on this shelf, so the ones that I do have on here are actually a lot of ones that I really like, starting with The Giver by Lois Lowry, which I never read in school, which is weird, but I read it later on a few years ago, and I think the rest of the books by Lois Lowry are in this, and I would love to have all of them. I wasn't too much of a fan of the movie. This next book is pretty, and I think I'm gonna really like it. I like the movie anyways. It's Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, so I'm excited to read this and the series. Lastly, from this shelf I have Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, illustrations by Camille Rose Garcia. This isn't normally my style, but it's got pretty mixed with that kind of like cool gothic. Love the illustration of this, and on the inside as well just has a lot of cool details. This next shelf has my nonfiction books as well as some of my Christian fiction and nonfiction books. An art book that I actually bought myself because I wanted to get it and not because it was for school is this one showcasing Edward Steichen's photography called In High Fashion, 1923 to 1937. I think this one is really cool. It's called Surreal Things, Surrealism in Design, edited by Ghislaine Wood. There was something really cool in here. It was like a purple house. Oh, there you are. This one I definitely had to show you. The Secret Garden, An Inky Treasure Hunt and Coloring Book by Joanna Bassford. Basically, the progress that I have made is in the front cover where you put your name this book belongs to. Yeah. That's what I got so far. I absolutely love this series. It's a Christian series. It's called A Diary of a Teenage Girl, Becoming Me by Melody Carlson, and it's in the Caitlin series. It's number 1. It kind of followed her life in each stage until her getting married. Lastly on this shelf, I have Hot Body Year Round by my favorite Cassie Ho. The Pop Pilates plan to get slim, eat clean, and live happy through every season. This one has exercises, recipes, and everything like that relating to health. This shelf has a lot of favorites that my mom read to me. This series is called The Friendship Ring, and there's 3 that I have. Please, Please, Please. And this one drew my eye, of course, because it had ballerina on it. I took ballet for about 10 years from 5 to 15, so it was a big part of my life. Not that I care, and if you only knew. It's by Rachel Vale. Next, we have an old classic, Sweet Valley Twins by Francine Pascals. This one is called Teacher's Pet. Oh my gosh, there's just so much nostalgia in this shelf. 2 of a Kind Diaries, third in a special 3-part series. P.S. Wish you were here. The Diaries of Mary-Kate and Ashley. Next are the pretty books that I was telling you about. Puffin in Bloom, A Little Princess, Heidi, Anne of Green Gables, and Little Women. This is a collaboration with Anna Bond of Rifle Paper Co. These last 2 from this shelf are new favorites. Ella Enchanted by Gail Carlson Levine. I watched the movie first and I love this edition. This last one is Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt. I watched the movie with, oh, what's her name from Gilmore Girls? Alexis Bledel. This last shelf has a lot of my children's books. This one is Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Picture books are just, I feel like, always a necessity whether you're a kid or not. And then I just wanted to quickly show this one. Been well loved. Nutshell Library by Maurice Sendak. Look at that. It's so cute. It's like a little library. The Silver Dandelion. I hope you enjoyed my shelf tour. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked and subscribe if you want to see more of the videos that I make. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day.